Hello, fellow badass Benzo warriors. It's Debbie. So I am 1 month into my third taper attempt. For those of you that have not watched my other videos, let me just give you a brief background. I've been on clonazepam for 5 years now. My first taper was actually going really, really well. I was tapering super, super slow, and everything was going well. I was highly functional, and then I had to switch brands, and that put me in a tailspin. And then when I leveled out and started my second taper attempt, I got impatient, which I think a lot of people kind of get stuck in that trap because you get so tired of being on the drug and you get so tired of feeling crappy and you get so tired of the roller coaster. In my mind, I'm like, you know what? I am just going to get off of this as fast as I can. And that was a monumental mistake for me. It put me into the most hellish tailspin I can ever possibly imagine. I mean, it literally traumatized me. So I ended up, it took me honestly about 5 or 6 months to just even get remotely stable again, which I don't feel like I even have, and I held for a year. And I also kindled myself, which I'm not going to get into that because you can go read about that in other places. So I learned a lot from those first two tapers. So I am now going into this taper um, with a whole different mindset, whole different attitude, a lot of different tools. And if you watch some of my previous videos, I talk about some of those things that I've put into place. So here I am. I'm at 0.375 milligrams of clonazepam, and I am starting out tapering very, very slow. So I am making a tiny cut once a week. Um, and I've made 4 cuts now, which add up to about 5%. 5%. So I would say that definitely I feel it. You can look at me and see um, clearly I'm feeling it. I'm really looking forward to the day when I care about how I look again. Um, Anyway, so I'm starting out super slow on purpose because I want to see what my body can handle. I have this philosophy that we all heal at different rates. And so I want to see what that rate is for me because my goal is to stay as functional as possible. What does that mean? For me, it means being able to do my laundry, feed myself, clean my shower, clean myself, go to the store, and be able to at least participate in my business, my shop, at least, a couple hours a week. I have hired an assistant manager pretty much to run the shop um, for the next year or whatever it takes. Anyway, and the other reason that I'm going super slow, starting out super slow, is because, like I said, I was so traumatized by that last taper attempt that I didn't realize how much fear and panic I had going into this taper, based on that experience. And so it's really important also for me to start building some confidence. Um, uh, because I think based on what happened last year, it's really easy, I think, for me to get into that. Oh my God, I can't do this. It's just too hard. And what are you going to do with that? Stay on these meds forever? No, you can't do that. So I'm going super slow. I'm doing pretty good. I did have a incredibly bad day yesterday, and all I want to say about that um, is that it's so important to remember that it might just be a day. Sometimes it's just an hour. And I've realized that sometimes I just have a really bad hour or couple hours or a really bad day or a really bad couple days. And I'm working diligently to stay as much in the moment as humanly possible. Because yesterday, I couldn't even get off my couch without feeling like I was on some crazy ass carnival ride. It was horrible. And that fear crept in like, oh my God, I've made 4 cuts and now this is the way it's going to be the rest of the taper. And I worked really hard to get out of that mindset. And then sure enough, I slept pretty good last night and I got up today and I felt so much better. I got out of the house. I went down to my shop for a couple hours. I went to the bank. I got some things done. And again, it was just a good reminder that we can't get ahead of ourselves and we can't live in that this is going to take a long time because honestly 5% a month, you know, that could be 20 months or longer. And when I think like that, I'm like, oh my God, I can't do this for 20 months. Well, yeah, you can, and if you have to, you're gonna. Um, but I can't get into that thinking because it's just dark and it's depressing. And so I'm staying in the day. And here is my new mantra. Every single day of this taper is one less day that I have to suffer and one day closer to freedom. And that has helped me immensely. So I am putting a link to a video below, and I so encourage you to watch it. Every single day, I start my day off watching motivational videos because I can literally feel the good chemicals in my body just by listening to them. Um, and if you've watched my other videos, you know I'm super big on what we say and what we think because I believe every cell and organ and system in our body hears what we say and listens to what we think. And so it's so important. So I found this new video and I love it because it pretty much encapsulates everything that I've just talked about. So I'm doing okay. And again, thank you so much for watching my videos. Please subscribe if you want to. The journey begins again. And my goal again in these videos is to just offer encouragement and support um, and just taking it one day at a time because there are so many people that have gotten through this battle. There are so many people that have horrendous stories of tapering and they still got through it. And I know that we can do the same thing and we will. And we're going to go on to live these amazing lives afterwards. So again, please watch the link that I posted below and huge hugs and support and love to all of you out there. Hang in there. We are going to get through this. Thanks.